Hi, my name is Bukola Ali. Couples, I want to talk to you today. The Bible says in Ephesians chapter 5 verse 21, it says, submit ye to one another. So it means the husband should submit to his wife and the wife should submit to her husband. Both of you should be accountable to each other. Both of you should be accountable to each other in your character, in your finance, in how you treat people around you, in how you live your lives, in your assignment, in your purpose, and how you raise your children. Your husband should be able to correct you when you do something wrong, and you should have the humility to listen to what he's saying. Even if it is in how he counsels you, or the clothes you should wear, or how you should live your life, or how you should comport yourself in the public. And even when it comes to your purpose, you should be able to listen to your husband. And husbands, you should listen to your wife. Your wife is not a non-entity. She's not an empty brain. She's intuitive. She's your helper. You should listen to her. Now look at the book of Acts chapter 4. Reading about the story of Ananias and Sapphira. Both of them decided to lie. Both of them decided to lie to keep part of the money that came from, the land that they sold, or because they want to do what the others are doing. Now, your husband should be accountable to you. Both of you should be able to agree together to do the right thing and not the wrong thing. Both of you should not agree to lie. Both of you should not agree to steal. Both of you should not, if somebody wants to steal out of the two of you, the other person should be able to correct. If somebody is going the wrong way, that's why you're a team. When a blind leads the blind, both of them will fall into a ditch. As a wife, you know that your husband is stealing, is an armed robber, and you are supporting him, and you don't see anything bad in it. You will end up destroying yourself and your children. Just exactly what happened to Ananias and Sapphira. So you see your husband doing something wrong and you cannot correct him. And if he's not listening, you can't go to the elders in the family or even the church and tell them this is what is happening. Because everything, there is karma. See, God cannot stop karma. You can choose your sin, but you cannot choose the consequence of your sin. Look at what happened to Ananias and Sapphira. They died. And it was a disgraceful death. And that is what we're even still talking about today. So you are both accountable to each other. If your wife is doing the wrong thing, treating people anyhow, talking to them anyhow, you have the responsibility of correcting her. Of course, correcting her in love and not in the presence of the people that she's doing that to. Because if you do that, that is going to, affect, the way that they see her. You should be accountable. And most importantly, we should all know that we'll be accountable to God. God, we're going to stand before the throne of judgment and we're going to give account of how we treat people, of how we lived our lives. And that's why it's important for us to live your life according, what God's call. Live your life knowing that you're going to be accountable before God and you're going to give account of everything that you have done in your life. So you have the responsibility of submitting to your husband to listen when he corrects you. You have the responsibility of submitting to your wife to listen when she corrects you. You are not greater or better than your wife as a husband. No. Both of you are equal, but of course, there is a need for somebody to lead in the family. There is a need, just like a football team. The players submit to the coach. As a husband is the coach. And you are to listen to your husband. But that does not mean that these footballers cannot have an idea that will help. So husbands too have the responsibility of listening to their wives. So correct each other in love. If somebody is going the wrong way, bring back your spouse. Make them come back to their senses so that both of you will not be judged at the end of the day. And, your family will progress and will expand and you will be able to leave a good legacy for your children. This is what God has placed in my spirit for me to share with you today. So have a great week. Remember, we submit, save to one another, and both of you are accountable to God and each other. Thank you and have a great day.